It's cloudy, cool, and a little rain here at Rocha Ballpark in Lawrence, Kansas as we get set for Big 12 softball. The Kansas Jayhawks playing host to the Baylor Bears. Hello, welcome to alongside the Hall of Famer Casey Williams. I'm Lee Fleisig. We've been dodging raindrops, it seems, the past 2 weeks. So with weather in the forecast for the weekend, we're playing a doubleheader tonight. A single game planned on Saturday, no game on Sunday. Does this throw into the wrench into any of the plans of either of these two teams?
Yeah, I think for both pitching staffs, Baylor, they have one pitcher who's probably going to throw on day one as well as day three. And Kansas kind of piece things together as you go through games. We'll see how it affects this weekend.
All right, what a season it's been already for Kansas. They have won 4 straight conference series. They climb into the top 25 this week, and it's reflected in the rankings as you look at the latest Big 12 standings.
Kansas, ironically, has been at the top, and this is the highest they've been in head coach Jennifer McFall's era, but both of these teams are higher than their predicted preseason rankings.
The Jayhawks have been led by their sensational freshman, Ella Boyer. Why has she been so special this year?
Yeah, Ella, I haven't seen a pitch that she really can't hit. She's down, she's able to go down and get the ball low in the zone, capitalize on the rise ball, also does well sitting on the off speed. She's had an unbelievable year as a freshman.
The National Freshman of the Week this week. Meanwhile, the Bears come in struggling just a little bit. In 4 of their last 5. What's going on with Baylor?
In talking to head coach Glenn Moore, it could be some youth, otherwise just some tough losses. They're producing runs. They just have to be able to finish games, and we'll see if they can turn things around this weekend.
All right, the first of 2 on this evening. It's Kansas and Baylor. The Home Run Hawks flying high. Another important conference series coming your way next. Kansas and Baylor here on ESPN+. Rocha Ballpark, temperature 51, maybe climbing up to 55, 56 before the evening is over. It's cool. Northeast wind at about 11. Glenn Moore brings his Bears into Lawrence in his 26th year in Waco. Over 1,100 career wins in his great career, 9th best among active Division I coaches. And you take a look at his lineup. Brooklyn Carter, a real speedster, 16 of 17 stolen bases. Amber Tovin, the senior, having her best college season, second on the team in batting average, 41 driven in, best by a Baylor player in the last 2 years. They will see Chloe Barber in the circle for the Kansas Jayhawks. We've seen a lot of Chloe Barber. What do you expect this afternoon?
Yeah, she's had some great outings as of late. Chloe Barber is going to rely on that rise ball. She does work the curveball as well. She can throw to all quadrants. The thing for Chloe Barber is working ahead of counts and keeping that command on the mound.
All right, we're set to go. Brooklyn Carter will lead the off for Baylor. Almost ready to go. I think we're trying to get signals here. Bailey Mezqua gives a thumbs up. Glad you're with us from Lawrence. Ball one to the leadoff hitter. Swing and a miss, 1-1. This is the outside corner. 2-1. Megan Rabin is our home plate umpire. Ron Burkhart and Shane Jackson in the field. Slap down the left field line. Caden Stafford is there, and there's one away. Here's how the Jayhawks will line up defensively. Not a lot of change in this Kansas lineup. Presley Limbaugh manning center field. Haley Kripe, Campbell Bagshaw strong up the middle. Bailey Mezqua behind the plate. Also see Ella Boyer behind the plate, assumed series. September Flanagan in tight at third base for Samaya Jones, the right fielder. There's a strike. Glenn Moore will change his lineup, I believe, just twice this year. Has used the same lineup, or duplicated a lineup from the entire season.
Yeah, I feel like when you've coached this many games, you find something you like, you've had success, you're going to stick with that. And he changes it just a tad.
Up high. 2-1. Barber comes inside, but misses. 3-1 now. Barber coming to Kansas from Wichita State. Samaya Jones draws a walk.
The shortstop, number 36, Amber Tovin.
So one on for Amber Tovin. Told you about the fine season the senior's having. Tried to check, fouled it away. Tovin far and away the RBI producer on this team, 41. A runner on here. Down to the count now, 0-2. Change of speeds, gets a strike. Strike out of Amber Tovin.
The first baseman, number 1, Leah Cran.
And so it's 2 down now for Leah Cran. How about this pitch from Barber?
Barber goes to the off speed. That's supposed to be on the outside part of the plate, but a really nice job by Bailey Mezqua. She hangs in there for the strikeout, and something that Tovin was not expecting at the time.
So here's Cran, the first baseman, with 1 on and 2 out. Runner goes. Throw from Mezqua is right on the mark, but Carter, or excuse me, Samaya Jones, able to slide in there safe.
This is a really nice throw by Amezcua, and Haley Kripe is there, but as you can see, her glove kind of is on, or Campbell Bagshaw, excuse me, comes over from second. Her glove is on second base, which allows Jones to get in there.
So a runner in scoring position now. 1-0 count to Cran. Who's driven in 26 this year. 2-0. Into center field, Presley Limbaugh had it judged, and then the ball just drops out of the air. It's going to fall for a double. Cran slides into second base. And Baylor has a 1-0 lead. That wind is blowing in from center field, and it looked like Limbaugh had it under control, and the ball just kind of kept drifting back towards the infield.
I think this ball caught her off guard a little bit, as you can see. Gets inside on her hand. She takes an initial step back and thinks she's right underneath it, and gradually continues to move towards that right field area. And Jones just continues running with 2 outs like she's supposed to get on board for the Bears.
How big was that stolen base? Sets up a run for the Bears and an early lead. There's Faith Piper. Bears second baseman. Slaps it foul, 1-1. Boy, for a team that had trouble getting runners in, that certainly be a good sign for Baylor.
Yeah, and I think for Baylor, you know, you're trying to find every answer that you can. Scoring in the top of the first inning with the week that they've had is exactly the way they want to start things.
Lays down a bunt. Amezcua on it quickly. A throw to first in time. But the Bears grab a 1-0 lead. Leah Cran with the RBI double. It's 1-0 here in Lawrence.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas, we're not for profit. We're for Kansas and all Kansans. Blue collar, white collar, all the collars. We're not for profit. We're for Friday night lights, Saturday bonfires, and Sunday roller skate lessons. You know what we're not for? Putting money above our members. We're not for profit. We're for something so much more important. You. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas, we don't have shareholders. We have neighbors.
Research at the University of Kansas improves lives worldwide. As a leading geology research organization, we do more than just study rocks. My team's world-class data helps farmers operate more efficiently so that they can save money and water. We take to the skies to reveal underground natural resources, and we test well water to ensure that communities can rest easy with each drink. Every day, KU breakthroughs create a stronger, safer world for you.
Goes Calvis, throw to bring in a run. We got a double.
Big conference. You call it.
Third, great defensive. Shockey in second.
The big 12 up.
Base runner.
One nothing here as we go to the bottom of the first in Lawrence. Kansas led by their fine head coach Jennifer McFalls in her 8th season, on the verge of her best season here at Kansas in terms of wins. And we mentioned Kansas has won 4 straight conference series. Anna Souls, you may have seen in the Open last weekend, parked one on top of the practice facility out in right center field. A real home run threat. And here's Presley Limbaugh to lead things off for the Jayhawks, looking at a strike. Limbaugh leading the way with the Jayhawks with that 400-plus average. Looks at a ball 1-1. Slap foul. I expect a better play from the former All-American shortstop, Olympic gold medalist.
To me, if she would have taken one more step to the left and fielded it in between her legs like she is supposed to,
I think she's
she
heard
would have
about
gotten that. But as you can see, she gets tiptoed there.
Oh, man,
Still
with her
got it.
parents in the stands, too. Wow. Inside on Limbaugh, 2-2. We joke, but Jennifer McFall has had an outstanding playing career, All-American, Olympic gold medalist, as we mentioned. 2-2 pitch on the ground. Krager, the pitcher, over to first quickly and gets Presley Limbaugh.
Designated player, number 75.
Good out for Cambry Krager. You may have seen her highlights from last weekend as Baylor and Houston combined for the second longest regular season game in Big 12 history, 15 innings, and guess who threw them all? A program record 250 pitches for Krager. That's a workload.
Yeah, she's their ace. She's thrown just shy of 100 innings this year alone. She's going to use that drop curve, mid to upper 60s, and also show that off speed as well. And to throw 250 pitches in a game, it's quite a bit.
The 250 pitches was a Baylor record. The 15 innings was not, however, for a pitcher. Second most in program history. Baylor played a 16-inning game back in 2004. This is Ella Boyer with a 3-0 count now. And the sensational freshman draws a walk.
Number 41, Haley Christ.
And that'll bring up Haley Kripe. Into right field, that ball is going to drop fair. Boyer on her way to third. The throw is not in time, and Kansas will have runners at the corners with one down.
The first baseman, number 22, Anna
Haley Kripe does a nice job. As you can see, the ball gets in on her hands a little bit, but she sticks with it. And if you're Kansas and they're kind of pitching away from Ella Boyer, which you might see more moving late into the season, you have to be able to step up behind her, and Haley Kripe and the veteran does there.
So here's Anna Souls, the first baseman. 2 on, 1 out. Big swing and a miss, 0-1. Into left field, down the line, and fair. That'll score 1 run. Kripe is coming around third. She's going to try and score, and she's in. The Jayhawks bounce right back with a 2 RBI double from Anna Souls.
Anna Souls has continued to produce as of late. She gets that pitch on the outside part of the plate, drives it into left field. That is her 35th RBI on the weekend, and as you can see, Haley Kripe, there's no hesitation rounding third, and they get the go-ahead run.
So 1 on, 1 down for September Flanagan. Looks at a strike. Outside, 1-1. Kansas number 2 in the Big 12 in slugging percentage, number 3 in the Big 12 on-base percentage. They are potent offensively. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1.
You mentioned in the Big 12, they're number 15 in the country right now in batting average as a team. They're 4 in doubles per game, 20th in hits, 7 in slugging percentage. They're in the top 10 in total home runs. And they have just produced from the start of this season all the way through Big 12 play.
It's 3-1 now to September Flanagan, with Anna Souls standing at second base. On the ground to third. Marshall up with it. Long throw. Cran had a tough pick there, but unable to come up with it.
The second baseman, number 6, Campbell Bagshaw.
I believe they're going to score that an error. So Kansas will have 2 on with 1 down.
Krager does a nice job there. She gets the ground out like she wants to stop the bleeding. Cran can't quite come up with it.
So here's Campbell Bagshaw with a pair of runners on and still just 1 out. Popped up. Cran calls for it and makes the play.
The left fielder,
2 away.
number 5, Cadence Stafford.
Here's Cadence Stafford for 6 home runs this year, the most in her career. Looks up high, ball 1. There's a strike from 1-1. Down low, 2-1. We talked about the importance of Baylor maybe getting out to a fast start. How important was it for Kansas to bounce back here in the bottom of the first?
Yeah, I think it gives your pitching staff confidence, especially in Chloe Barber. Maybe not the way she wanted to start things off in the first inning, and a little bit of win there. And it comes back saying, you know, we have your back and we're going to fight for you. And they get that back immediately.
2-2 now to the Kansas left fielder. In the air to left. Gusman drifts in and makes the play. The Jayhawks leave 2 on, but they take a 2-1 lead. Anna Souls with a big RBI double. We're going to the top of the second. Jayhawks leading. difference, and we're going to the top of the second. The Jayhawks with a 2-1 lead for Chloe Barber. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Baylor. Olivia Bittner, the designated player, steps in. Strike from Barber. Three freshmen in this Baylor starting lineup. Outside, 1-1.
Yeah, and any time Glenn Moore has started up to 8 freshmen, or 5, freshmen in his starting lineup, and he said it could be some youth as to why we have not shown consistency as of late. And they do have some young kids in their lineup that they're trying to get more at bats to be able to work.
Baylor head coach. Foul back, 2-2. Campbell Bagshaw at second base. Next to the throw to first. There's one away.
The third baseman, 00, Kagan Marshall.
That'll bring up Kagan Marshall, the Baylor third baseman. Down low from Barber. Marshall, another one of those freshmen. Barber gets a strike.
Marshall, as a freshman, actually moved to third base for the Bears. She has never played third before, so being able to move into that position as a freshman is not easy to do.
Tried to check, but got a strike there. What's the hardest infield position? Third base is, take a look at her swing, and clearly went around there. What's the hardest infield position in your mind? Shortstop seems like it's the range and the arm strength needed. It's probably hard to find in a player, but man, that hot corner at third base is awfully tough too.
Yeah, I think the reaction time and finding someone who can handle the hot corner, especially in this game, is extremely important. But to me, a shortstop is your veteran. You know, they're the rock solid who you're depend on, especially when it comes to not only fielding ground balls but cuts, etc.
I think that got her. On a cold afternoon, you're going to feel that one. Like right on the hand. Marshall tried to draw back, but yeah, got it right on the left hand. I don't know if they even use that cold spray anymore, but I don't think you need it today. Just stick your hand outside and
I think
that'll likely keep the swelling down.
The only worry at this point would be Chloe Barber does throw a bit on the harder side, so when you hit a hand like that, just making sure everything's intact on that hand, it's probably never going to feel good, especially in weather like we have today.
Marshall will go to the mitt here and stay in the game. Avery Waddell Bears catcher. That one gets to Mezquist, so Marshall goes to second base. And once again, Baylor has a runner in scoring position. Strike called, 1-1. One up high to the screen, and Marshall goes to third.
As you can see, Chloe Barber's kind of struggling with that command right now, whether that's supposed to be a rise ball or a curve. Looks like it's hanging in the back of her palm just a tad bit too long. And finding that release point, and Coach Laura Eberling comes out right away to get her back on track.
Harder to get that feel on a cold afternoon?
Absolutely. I think you battle, you know, being able to keep your hand warm and find that.
So Kagan Marshall at third base. And a 2-1 count now to Waddell. Swing and a miss. Barber gets it back on track, 2-2. Into center field, Limbaugh. Under it, makes the catch, runner tags. Here comes the throw. Not in time as Marshall slides head first, and we're tied at 2.
The left fielder, number 20, Gianna Gusman.
See, Waddell does everything she needs to here. Get the sac fly, and a great throw by Preston Limbaugh, but the speed.
Gianna Gusman now the left fielder for Baylor. Number 9 hitter. Swing and a miss, 1-1. One and two. Strikeout for Barber. Her second of the game, but the Bears get a run. We've got a 2-2 game heading to the bottom of the second here in Lawrence.
First and foremost, people know me as a basketball player, but it's definitely a lot deeper than that. Through the community, I hope that kids can look to me as somebody they can lean on. I can be a support system to my partners, to Ameritrust. I hope that I'm somebody that they can rely on to be a good ambassador for their brand. And I hope that the partnership really helps a lot of younger kids make wise financial decisions. Ameritrust Credit Union, now serving Colorado.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
The season starts at Rally House. From jerseys and hats to tumblers for game day, it's where outrageous selection meets every fan's style.
Rock Chalk chants, the pride runs deep. Flags wave high, wave the wheat.
Rally House, it's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Level up your fandom in-store or online at rallyhouse.com.
Goes Calvis throw to
Bringing a run. We got a double.
Big conference. Jayhawks, you call it.
great defensive. Shockey in the second.
Making 12 up.
Base runner.
To the bottom of the second we go. Camby Krager now in a 2 game. We'll see the 8, 9, and number 1 hitters for the Kansas Jayhawks. Bailey Amezcua, the catcher, will lead things off here in the bottom of the second. Looks at strike 1. Amezcua with a great arm behind the plate, but can produce to the plate as well. Looks at a ball, 1-1. Two and one. Three and one to Amezcua. Looks at a strike. We're full at 3-2. Right back up the middle, base hit for Amezcua.
The right fielder, number 39.
Amezcua has continued to produce at the 8-hole, and when you have an 8-hole who's hitting over 350, there's not much you can complain about. And she gets on to start things off for the Jayhawks in the bottom of the second.
Every one of the hitters in this Kansas lineup right now hitting over 300 and well over 300.
Number 36, Maddie Hayes.
Maddie Hayes will run for the catcher. So leadoff batter on for the Jayhawks. Ainsley Linduff, the number 9 hitter, steps in. Linduff swings away and slaps it foul. Runner goes. The throw is there and in time. Waddell with a nice throw. I'm not sure Maddie Hayes is convinced. And Jennifer McFalls, I believe, is going to challenge this. The throw is there. I thought initially that got her hand inside the tag.
To me, looks like from that angle, her hand gets in on the bag and she's tagged on her shoulder. The initial rolling was out on the field.
So the umpires will go behind the fence and have to see something that convinces them that Maddie Hayes beats that tag. And well, boy, that's going to be tough to tell from that angle because the throw was in time, but I'm not sure the tag was on her before her hand reached the base. Here's a good look at it. Now Is her hand on the base there? It looked like it.
To me, it looks like the hand is on the bag there before the tag touches her on the top part of that shoulder. With the ruling being called an out on the field, they will have to have conclusive evidence to overturn the call.
Good tag there from Amber Tovin. Just slap it right down. So from that angle, though, it does look, it's hard to tell from the other angles, but that angle does show that she does get her on the back pretty quickly. So from this angle, you can't tell where's that tag, but it does look like that tag is on her there. Now, the question is, where was the hand of Hayes at that point? So here we have a decision.
And that is the fifth steal of the game. Row M, Section E.
So a good challenge from Jennifer McFalls will leave a runner at second base with nobody down. I'm sure every pinch runner thinks that they've stolen the base, right? But it's always interesting to look at the reaction of the runner, because Maddie Hayes has instantly looked at her head coach and, I'm not leaving second base yet, coach.
Yeah, and you have to trust in your player and be able to know that they're going to make the right decision. And I think that's what it's come down to really in this game today is they're going to trust what they feel. And for head coach McFalls, you know, that's a huge challenge. She gets that challenge back in a game where each team has scored in both of these innings.
Linda fouls that one away. Still alive at 1-2. Nobody down. Pinch runner Maddie Hayes at second base. Right to the shortstop, knocked down by Tovin. The Jayhawks will have 2 on now with nobody out.
Really solid contact, and normally in any other game, Amber Tovin makes that play. One of the best shortstops in the country. Might have just taken her eyes off of it a little too soon to try to catch Maddie's at second base, and see it slips away from her there.
Top of the order now, Presley Limbaugh for the Jayhawks. Squares the bunt, lays down a good one. Throw will go to first, runners will advance. Good bunt by Presley Limbaugh.
The designated player, Ella Boyer.
Ran to Piper over at first. So 2 in scoring position for Ella Boyer, who's been as hot as anybody in the country. That ball gets away. He just dives in. The Jayhawks have the lead again.
From the get-go here, Waddell is set up way outside. You can already tell they're not going to give Ella Boyer anything good to hit. However, she kind of misses her pitch location there, and without Ella Boyer even swinging the bat, she's already making ruckus just being in the box.
So head coach Glenn Moore in a pretty heated discussion right now with his team. One-0 pitch to Ella Boyer. Outside 2-0. Now with first base wide open. I wouldn't guess that Ella Boyer's going to get much to hit here, if anything at all. No.
for the freshman, this is a huge turning point in her game. Can she continue to keep composure and her patience throughout this game to be able to do kind of her same mindset when she comes up to the plate, so if she does get a chance later, there's no hiccups in anything.
So Boyer gets her second walk of the game. Runners at the corners, one down for Haley Kripe. Kripe singled in that first inning, came around to score a run. The Jayhawks answered the Bears' run in the first with 2 in the bottom of the first. Kripe looks outside. One and one. Greger misses outside, 2 and 1. Into center field. Carter makes the catch. The throw is on target to home, so the Jayhawks stay put. 2 down now for Anna Souls. The ball just too shallow to bring Ainsley Linda Film. So here's Anna Souls, the first baseman. What a big double in that first inning to score 2 runs. One and one.
Anna Souls, as of late, just absolutely phenomenal at the plate. In that 4 spot, she's kind of like your quiet teammate. She's not going to show too much emotion, but she does all the right things, and she's really been taking advantage of being in that spot as of late.
Souls takes it into left field again. That ball's going to drop, and it's trouble. 1 run is in. The Jayhawks are waving another in. Boyer comes across to score, and it's Anna Souls again with a 2 RBI double down the left field line.
That's Anna Souls' 4th RBI on the day, and as you can see here, in a lefty hitter, when she mishits a ball like that off the end of the bat, it's going to continue to tail that way. And you see with 2 outs, Kansas runners are not wasting any time getting all the way around.
Kansas now with a 5-2 lead for September Flanagan, runner on second. Into center field. Carter coming in. And that'll do it for Kansas. But the Jayhawks with 3 big runs here in the bottom of the second. Anna Souls delivering again, her second double of the afternoon. Kansas has a 5-2 lead. 4 RBI on the day. And Kansas with a 5-2 lead as we go to the top of the third inning. It'll be the top of the order for the Bears. Brooklyn Carter facing Chloe Barber. Barber down low, 1-0. Fouled away, 1-1. Carter started this game with a fly out to left. Strike called, 1-2. Barber with a pair of strikeouts already today. On the ground to second. Campbell Bagshaw quickly over to first, and there's one away.
The right fielder, Samaya Jones.
So it's right fielder Samaya Jones now. She drew a walk in the first. Stole a base, came around to score. Strike from Barber. One and one. Jones fouls it away. Up high, 2-2. Earlier this afternoon, there was some light mist kind of in the area, but that looks like that's avoiding us for now.
Been pretty lucky at Arocha Ballpark this year with nice weather, and I think anytime you have rain coming in, you want to be able to get both games or all 3 games in, especially in conference play when you know you try to decide what seeds are going to be won. Teams want to be able to get all 3 in, so it doesn't affect that later down the road.
So a doubleheader today, single game on Saturday, no game on Sunday. The weather on Saturday looks nice. We've kind of seen it all. We had like mid-90s, didn't we, earlier this year? And now barely into the 50s.
I want to say one of our first games in March, I walked in and was right, and you're exactly right. It was in the 90s.
So Jones draws her second walk of the game. And she's aboard with 1 down. She stole a base in that first inning, 10 of 10 stolen bases this year. Here's Amber Tovin. Perhaps the Bears' biggest offensive threat. Fouls one away, 0-1. Tovin tied for the team lead in home runs, leading in RBIs. Strikeout victim in the first. Lays down a bunt. Flanagan on it. Over to first in time. Good play from September Flanagan. That'll send Jones over to second base.
The first baseman, Leah Crane.
And now a runner at second for the cleanup hitter, Leah Cran, who doubled in the first. Up high, 1-0. Haley Crabb calling for it. Short left field. And makes the play. The Bears leave one aboard. They trail Kansas 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the third here in Lawrence. Takes off for Kansas here in the bottom of the third. The Jayhawks with a 5-2 lead over the Bears from Baylor. Camry Carter looks in and delivers the bag shot. Down low, 1-0. Bag shot popped out to the first baseman, Leah Cran. Back in the first inning. This one into right field. Maya Jones is there to track it, one away.
Caden Stafford.
Here's Caden Stafford. Left fielder flew out to left. Her first time up. Swing and a miss. One and one. In the air to right field. Jones calling for it. And records her second out.
Bailey Amezcua.
That'll bring up Bailey Amezcua for the Jayhawks. She singled in the second. Maddie Hayes ran for her, stole a base, scored a run. And that 3-run second for the Jayhawks. 2 away. Ball one. Strike down Broadway, 2-1. Amezcua pops it up. Piper calling for it at second base. And the Jayhawks go 1-2-3 in the third. We're heading to the fourth. Kansas with a 5-2 lead over Baylor here in Lawrence.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota Trucks. 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on the 2026 Tundra with $1,000 TFS APR cash. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Together, we're elevating our potential, our pride, our traditions, and our dreams. Together, we're opening up a whole new world of possibilities. Elevate your University of Kansas experience with Jayhawk checking from Central Bank. Central Bank and KU, elevating together.
Goes Calvis, throw it.
Bringing a run. We got a double.
Big conference. You call it.
That's the third. Great defense. Jockey into second.
Making 12 up.
Base runner.
Well, the old digital thermometer says it's in the 50s, but I think we might beg to differ. Struggling to get there as Kansas has a 5-2 lead, top of the fourth inning. Chloe Barber in the circle for Kansas, facing Faith Piper, the second baseman. Ground ball. Flanagan knocks it down but can't handle it. And the Bears will have their leadoff batter on for the first time today. Going to score that an error on Kansas. Here's Olivia Bittner. Strike from Barber. Part of that freshman trio in today's lineup. Up high and tight. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Full count now to the designated player. Now we got away from Barber, so it'll be 2 on, nobody out. Kagan Marshall.
If you're Baylor at the bottom of this lineup, being able to turn things over, a really nice job. A short inning, last inning. You come right back, you get your first 2 batters on. It's exactly what you want to see.
Third walk from Barber, who also hit the batter. And Jennifer McFalls wants a quick word.
think for this Kansas pitching staff, they do typically piece things together. However, for the starter, they want Chloe Barber to go as long as she possibly can. And
all right, she'll see Kagan Marshall, the third baseman, whom she hit back in the second inning. Good to see Marshall back in there. Got one on the left hand. And of course, Barber comes back inside 1-0. One and one.
if you're this Baylor offense, you're going to be very selective, especially with the pitches you've seen coming from Barber as of late. You want to make sure it's exactly in the zone when Chloe Barber has been struggling with command.
Popped up. Flanagan calls for it. Pops out of her glove. And everybody's going to be safe. It's going to be bases loaded and nobody out. Talked about that wind, really blowing the wind in from left field.
Your attention, please. Pinch runner.
You almost have to suspect that the ball is going to continue drifting this way. Keep moving your feet.
Now that the catcher, Avery Waddell.
Avery Waddell, who drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the second inning. Steps in with bases loaded. Fouls it back. A 1 pitch. Just misses 1-1. That is off the, and no play for Chloe Barber. So bases will be loaded now. To backtrack just a minute, that the runner at first was the previous plays. Runners were allowed to advance, so it was runners at second and third there with one down. Now it's bases loaded with one out. And just a little excuse me swing from Waddell. We'll bring him loaded. Ball one, Gianna Gussman struck out in the second inning. Bases full of Bears. Up high, 2-0. Three and 0 now. Strike one. Strike two. Full count with one down. To the backstop, and that will bring home a run. Fourth walk for Barber. And bases are still loaded with one down. Looks like a pitching change will reset when we come back here to Lawrence. 5-3 Kansas. Kaitlyn Tovar will run at second base for Waddell, the catcher. As Baylor has scored a run here with the bases loaded and one down, Lizzie Ludwig will take over in the circle for the Jayhawks. What will we see from Lizzie?
Lizzie Ludwig is going to rely on that hard drop ball to allow her defense to make plays and get ground balls. She can also send an off speed as well.
So Ludwig inherits a jam here. Bases loaded, one down. In the top of the order, up for the Baylor Bears.
Now batting for Baylor, the center fielder, Brooklyn Carter.
Brooklyn Carter, 0 for 2. Looks at the ball. Two and 0. Strike from Ludwig, 2 and 1. Hit hard but fouled on the right field line. 2 and 2.
Kansas defense is playing in, trying to make that force out at home. And for Brooklyn Carter, she normally slaps, but she's standing in here to try to produce some offense for the Baylor Bears.
On the ground to first, just past Anna Souls. A run's going to score. The second error of the inning for Kansas.
Samaya Jones.
Cost them a run. So still bases loaded, one down for Samaya Jones. Outside from Ludwig. On the ground. Foul ball. Just barely. Just past diving September Flanagan and into foul territory. One pitch now to Jones. Takes it into right field. Linduff drifts, makes the catch. Runner will tag and the throw goes into second. So an RBI for Samaya Jones. And another run for the Bears. It's 5-5.
Really nice job by Samaya Jones being able to take that pitch and get the sac fly. And in Kansas and Ainsley Linduff out in right field, knowing you're not going to make the play at home, going to second base so that you don't have two runners in scoring position with 2 outs.
Amber Tovin, the shortstop, steps in. Fouls it back. Samaya Jones 9 for 9. Make that 10 for 10 now in stolen bases at first base. Or excuse me, that's Brooklyn Carter. Carter tries to draw a throw, gets the throw. And that's going to lead to a run.
As you can see, Baylor's just doing a nice job. They're putting some pressure on this Kansas defense. Brooklyn Carter is not trying to steal by any means, definitely trying to get a run down. And Kansas initially was going to have her until the ball slips away from Souls.
So 4 runs in the inning now for Baylor. Third error of the inning for the Jayhawks, and Baylor has a 1-run lead. Into short left. Stafford makes the play, and the Jayhawks end the inning. But Baylor with 4 runs to retake the lead. 6-5 going to the bottom of the 4th here in Lawrence. And Baylor has a 6-5 lead. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, it'll be Ainsley Linduff to lead things off for Kansas, the number 9 hitter, followed by Presley Limbaugh and Ella Boyer. reached on one of 2 Baylor errors this afternoon. 6 total in this game thus far. Tovin makes that grab, and there's one down.
Presley Limbaugh.
Here's the leadoff hitter for Kansas, Presley Limbaugh. Looks at one outside. Limbaugh laid down a great sacrifice bunt in the second inning. Looks at a strike, 1-1. And the Souls with a pair of 2-run doubles. Providing much of that Kansas offense. One pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Side 2-2. A little bit inside, full count now. And Presley Limbaugh reaches on a walk.
It's a really good at bat by Presley Limbaugh, working the count, being able to get that walk for your 2, 3, and 4 hole who have had so much production throughout this lineup.
Here's Ella Boyer, the National Freshman of the Week. He's drawn a pair of walks, scored both times. Baylor has stayed away from her for the most part, the first 2 at-bats. She's one up high here, 1-0. Looks at a strike, 1-1. I was looking through this Kansas lineup and just thinking, as you were talking about the production, Presley Limbaugh is going to say Ella Boyer and Haley Kripe behind me, and Ella Boyer's got to think, I got Haley Kripe behind me, and Haley Kripe's got to think, I got Ella Boyer in front of me, and I got Anna Souls. I mean, there's a lot of protection in this lineup, isn't there?
Yeah, and I think in years past, as you can see, that she just makes things happen. A pitch on the inside part of the plate, but she's strong enough to be able, if it gets on her hand, she can kind of push that through the 5-6 hole to make things happen and keep things rolling for Kansas. And they find ways to do it up and down the line. You know, we mention a lot the first 5 in this lineup, but really all the way through 1 through 9, they can get the job done.
Here's Haley Kripe. Looks at a strike. Kripe with a single and a run scored in that first inning. Kroger's pitch is outside. 1-1. Right, fouls it back. Out of play, 1-2. Down low, 2-2. Right back up the middle. The Jayhawks are going to hold the runners. And it'll be bases loaded and one down for Anna Souls.
The first baseman, Anna Souls.
Haley Kribe continues to keep things rolling with the outside pitch. She lets it get deep into the zone, and as you can see, Coach McFall is over there at third base, immediately holds, knows they have Anna Souls coming up to bat and doesn't push the button.
Limbaugh at third, Boyer at second, Kripe at first. For Anna Souls, a pair of two-run doubles. Looks at one inside, 1-0. Kansas now with 80 doubles on the season. That leads the Big 12, number 4 in the country. Those 80 doubles. One-0 pitch. 2-0. Strike there, 2-1. Souls takes it to left. Gussman tracks it down. Limbaugh will score. And we're tied up at 6.
The third baseman, September Flanagan.
Anna Souls is having herself a day. Her 5th RBI of this game. Just a really good piece of hitting. She's not trying to do too much, and she drives in one thing to tie things up for the Jayhawks.
Here's September Flanagan, 2 out with 2 on. Strike from Krieger. One and one. Ground ball. Marshall's able to knock it down. But it'll be bases loaded and 2 down for the Jayhawks.
The second baseman, Campbell Bagshaw.
It's a really nice job by Amber Tovin. In that situation, sometimes you might feel the base runner pushes the button. As you can see, Ella Boyer did not there. Really good hustle by Tovin to get over there and get that as quickly as possible.
There's Campbell Bagshaw with the bases loaded and 2 down. Looks outside, 1-0. Bagshaw 0 for 2. With a pop out and a fly out. Hard but fouled on the left field line. Outside, 2-1. Just misses 3-1.
See Krager a little beat up about that one. When you're a pitcher in this situation, you want every pitch that you can get. See, she sees a pitch there and doesn't like it and shakes it off for the next.
3-1 to Bagshaw. Fouled away. Full count now, 3-2. 2 down, bases loaded. Popped up, foul territory. Cran makes the play, and the Jayhawks leave him loaded. Kansas gets a run. We're tied at 6-all. So we head to the 5th here in Lawrence, Kansas.
Need a second opinion? Look no further than Kate's Heating and Cooling. I was told that my 15-year-old furnace had a cracked heat exchanger by a local HVAC company. I wasn't convinced and wanted a second opinion, so I called Kate's, and I'm so glad I did. Their team conducted a thorough and professional free inspection with a combustion analyzer, and in 15 minutes, Kate saved me $14,000.
10-year manufacturer's warranty? Not here. With Kate's, you're covered for life. Kate's, where service makes the difference.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
The season starts at Rally House. From jerseys and hats to tumblers for game day, it's where outrageous selection meets every fan's style.
Rock Chalk chants, the pride runs deep. Flags wave high, wave the wheat.
Rally House, it's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Level up your fandom in-store or online at rallyhouse.com.
Goes Calvis, throw it.
Bring in a run, behind double. Big conference. Jayhawks, you call it.
That's the third. Great defensive. Shockey in the second.
They take 12 up.
Base runner.
It's the top of the 5th for Baylor in a 6-6 ball game as Kansas got one across in the 4th. It has been back and forth. Baylor took the early lead 1-0. Kansas with 2 in the bottom of the 1st. Baylor scored in the top of the 2nd. Kansas with 3 in the bottom of the 2nd. Baylor with 4 in the top of the 4th. Kansas was 1 in the bottom of the 4th, and we stand at 6-6. Leah Cran, first baseman, doubled in that first inning, drove in a run. Good pitch from Lizzie Ludwig, 1-1.
I do wonder if weather affects that a little bit. You know, you come off the field and you're trying to keep yourself warm, and then you come out on the field. We have 6 total errors in this game, and the ball's going to find you when you're not ready, and we're seeing a little bit of that in this game. You just wonder, you know, one run here, another run there. Which team will give in first?
2-1 now. On the ground to Kripe. Over to first. One away.
The second baseman, Faith Piper.
Here's Faith Piper. Second baseman for the Bears. Into left field. Stafford is there. They're 2 down. Olivia Bittner getting a couple of words from Faith Piper on what she saw from Lizzie Ludwig.
Your attention, please. Re-entering the game and batting for Baylor, the designated player, Olivia Bittner.
Bittner was lifted for a pinch runner, so being announced back into the game. Hit hard to right center field. Linduff goes back at the warning track and makes the catch. It's 3 up, 3 down for the Bears in the 5th. Kansas coming up in a 6-6 ball game. And they're watching a good one. 6-6 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Caden Stafford for Kansas fouls it away. Stafford with a pair of flyouts. Gregor's pitch. It's outside. Stafford able to pull the bat back. 1-1. Hit hard to right field. That ball going back, and gone. Solo home run for Caden Stafford.
And that's a Jayhawk home run by number 5, Caden Stafford.
Caden Stafford gets all of that one. As you can see, she just capitalizes on a bell-type pitch on the outside part of the plate. And what a better time for the Jayhawks here in the bottom of the 5th to go ahead.
The catcher, Bailey Amezcua.
So now it's Bailey Amezcua, the catcher. As the celebration continues in the Kansas dugout. 7-6 Jayhawks. Amezcua fouls it back. That's a cold drink of water she got after touching home plate.
I don't think necessarily something that I would want on a day like today, but that's their ritual and that's what they're gonna do. And athletes are superstitious. They're not gonna miss what their mojo, and so she continues there.
Kansas adding to their record season with the home run ball. .69. My count is right. Strike there, 1-2. Outside. We have sports information royalty in the house. Chris Tyson letting us know that the old KU record, team record for home runs was 60 back in 2011. The Jayhawks have blazed by that now with 69. Foul back 2-2. I mean, you add Ella Boyer, who obviously is a big chunk of that offense, but is it just approach that has changed for Kansas? Because it's a lot of the same lineup that we saw last year.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is going to have to do with approach, what they see and how aggressive they are. I think we need to give credit where credit's due, and hitting coach, Coach Lewis, he's done a phenomenal job with these kids. They're confident, and they have a good game plan coming in to each at bat.
2-2 to Amezcua. Strike 3 called.
The right fielder, Ainsley Linduff.
First strikeout for Krager. And there's one away for Ainsley Linduff, who made a nice play in right field to end the top of the 5th. Fouls it away. Outside 1-1. Two and one to the right fielder. Two and two. In the left field. Gusman with a nice play down the left field line. Did she hang on? Yes, she did. Jonna Gusman with a fine play.
This is just pure athleticism and knowing where the ball is going to go with a lefty in Ainsley Linduff. She is already tailing towards that left field line. She makes a great play, and when you have someone in Krager who's going to throw and throw and throw and continue to throw, you're going to do everything you can for your pitcher to get out number 2 of the inning.
Well, she paid the price for it, too. Nice play. So it's 2 down for Presley Limbaugh, the Kansas leadoff hitter. One of those Baylor freshmen we were telling you about. Limbaugh looks at a strike, 1-1.
Talking to head coach Glenn Moore this week, they have one of the top freshman classes in the country. It's just being able to get those freshmen the experience that they need throughout the year.
Right back up the middle. Piper cuts it off and makes the throw, but no chance to get the speedy Presley Limbaugh.
Ella Boyer.
Her first hit of the day. So here's Ella Boyer with runner on and 2 down. That throw to first, but Limbaugh is back. Limbaugh 11 of 15 stolen bases, standing at first. Inside 2-0. Bears been very, very careful with Boyer. She singled in the 4th. Had a pair of walks prior to that. She scored both times. 2-0 pitch. Popped up. Marshall gives chase, but runs out of room. Down low, 3-1. Warrior looks at a strike. We're full now with 2 out. Down low. Warrior draws her 3rd walk of the day. And it's 2 on for Haley Kripe. Kripe with a pair of singles. Scored a run in the 1st inning. Hits it to left. Gusman comes in and makes the grab. The Jayhawks leave 2 on, but Caden Stafford gives the Jayhawks the lead. Another record-setting home run. Kansas on top, 7-6. Kagan Marshall leads things off for Baylor here in the 6th, looking at a ball. Facing Luke Ludwig, who's on in relief for the Jayhawks. Chloe Barber started this game. Made it into the 4th inning. Strike to Marshall. He was hit by a pitch in that 2nd inning. Outside from Ludwig, 2-1. Three and one out of the Baylor 3rd baseman. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up for Baylor. Marshall draws a walk.
I believe that you called that a strike.
Oh, excuse me.
At home plate. Marshall just took it upon herself and thought it was a ball initially.
Faked me out. Full count. On the ground, Haley Kripe. Throw over to first in time. There's one down.
The catcher, Avery Waddell.
Avery Waddell, the catcher. Steps in now. Drove in a run in the 2nd inning. On the ground to Kripe. Gets the hop and makes the throw. Good play from Haley Kripe. Jonna Gustman coming up now, and her play in left field, one of the highlights of this game. Into foul territory and diving head first right into the fence.
At times.
You're not allowed to pinch hit for a player who makes a play like that after we build it up. Savannah Pogue is going to hit. Pogue grabs a bat with 2 down. One pitch. Ludwig changes speeds. It's 2-1. Hit hard to left field. That ball is deep and off the wall. Stafford plays it quickly, gets the throw into second base in time. Pogue isn't going anywhere for the moment. I think our crew was going to give us an announcement there, but the mic was cutting out, so I can assume Baylor is challenging this call. Let's take a look at it. Good play from Stafford to get it in quickly from left field. Might be a good challenge from Glenn Moore. Pogue goes head first.
I think anytime that you're down by 1 in a game like this, in the top of the 6th inning, you definitely have to use that when you have 2 challenges in a game. And there was no question. He immediately was like, put on the headset, let's go to review.
Well, Campbell Bagshaw with the tag, and I'm not so sure that didn't get her on the hit before the hand got there. At first I thought that she was safe, but watch the tag come down right there. Where's the hand?
That's very, very close coming into second base. Ruling on the field was out.
Great look from our Rock Chalk video crew, and Campbell Bagshaw with a good tag. So that'll do it for the Bears in the top of the 6th inning. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. The Jayhawks holding on to a 7-6 lead here in Lawrence. sixth here. Is holding onto a 7-6 lead over Baylor. It's Anna Souls who has powered much of this Kansas offense. 5 runs driven in today, a pair of 2-run doubles and a sacrifice fly. Kreger still in the circle for Baylor. Souls looks at a ball, 1-0. How big was that throw at second base in the top of the inning?
That's a huge play, especially in that position. You're coming to the top of your lineup in Baylor with a runner in scoring position, and Kansas gets out of it.
Souls goes down the left field line and out of play. Looks like Pogue has stayed in the game at left field. And you can't fault her. She was she's got good speed and motored into second base, but it was just a good throw from Stafford and left. Get that ball in quickly, and a good tag from Campbell Bagshaw. Hit hard, but right at Brooklyn Carter.
The third baseman, September Flanagan.
In these situations for Anna Souls, that's probably her hardest hit ball of the day, and unfortunately unlucky as she squares one up there. Good job by Brooklyn Carter.
Here's September Flanagan, the third baseman. Looks at a strike. Flanagan's been on base twice. Reached on an error in the first. Single in the fourth. Got around on that one, 0-2. Way ahead of that one, 0-2. Camry Kreger has gone the distance for the Bears. And it gets strike 3.
The second baseman, Campbell Bagshaw.
Kreger continues to try to do everything she can for this Baylor's Bears team, and as you can see, she just spots one, that curveball right on the outside part of the plate for her second strikeout of the day.
Here's Campbell Bagshaw now. Kansas second baseman. Lifts it into right center field. Samaya Jones calls for it. And the Jayhawks go 1-2-3 in the 6th. We're heading to the 7th. Kansas with a 7-6 lead over Baylor. It's Kaylee Washington in the circle. We'll try to finish things off as Kansas holds a 7-6 lead over Baylor, and she will see the top of the Bears lineup. What will we see from Kaylee Washington?
Kaylee Washington has the most innings pitched out of any pitcher on this Kansas softball staff. She's going to throw to all quadrants of the zone using that curve rise. She'll also mix in that off speed as well.
Brooklyn Carter will lead things off, the center fielder. Good speed at the top of this Bears lineup. On the ground, Haley Kripe dives but can't get there. And Brooklyn Carter starts Baylor off with a base.
Not a better way to start things off than Brooklyn Carter, base hit. As you can see, Haley Kripe's kind of in that 5-6 hole, expecting her to maybe slap something in that area. She stands and swings and is able to poke it through for the base hit.
And Casey West has grabbed a bat. Will hit for Samaya Jones. West, a veteran player, with a runner on. Weird. Throw goes to second, or to first, excuse me, and into right field. So Brooklyn Carter will stand at second base with nobody out. Bailey Amezcua thought she had Carter off the bag there at first. Strike now to West. The 5th error on the Jayhawks this afternoon. Bunt is down. Play will be to first. Brooklyn Carter took 2 steps towards home, and the Jayhawks quickly get it in there. Amezcua made a pretty good grab.
A good play to get the first out here. As you can see, Brooklyn Carter does take a couple steps. They maybe could have potentially thrown behind her.
Here's Amber Tovin. Looking for her first hit, the number 3 hitter. With the tying run at third base and 1 down. Jayhawk infield in.
If you're the Bears, this is exactly where you want to be. With Amber Tovin, up to plate with over 40 RBIs in the year.
Jayhawks trying to preserve that 1-run lead. It gets up high off of Amezcua, and a run's going to score. So Brooklyn Carter really makes it happen and does her job to tie this game. A 1-2 count now to Tovin. On the ground, Bagshaw over to first. 2 away.
The first baseman, Leah Cran.
Here's Leah Cran with a double in the first. Scored a run. A pie from Washington, 1-0. 1-1. This Baylor team has really been the comeback Bears. 5 times this season they've won after trailing for 4 innings. They were down 7-6 in this one.
And they've just found a way to put runs on the board with 4 hits, but they run the bases well, make things happen. They put pressure on that Kansas defense, and as you can see, they've tied things up here in the top of the 7th.
Two-two pitch with 2 down. Outside, we're full. Kansas with the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up in the bottom of the 7th. Brand draws a walk.
The second baseman, Piper.
And the Bears aren't done yet in the top of the 7th as Faith Piper steps in.
That's a really close pitch. As you can see, Amezcua getting down on that knee, trying to bring that pitch up, but ultimately was called a walk.
Ball to Faith Piper. Into the gap in left center field. That's going to be trouble. Brand around third. She's going to score. And a big out double from Faith Piper.
It's a really good piece of hitting by Faith Piper. As you can see, she capitalizes on a pitch that's going to be right over the heart of the plate, and Baylor as of late has struggled making a comeback, but as you see here, they come ahead 8-7 in the top of the 7th, and head coach Jennifer McFalls might have a question.
Okay, did the runner leave early from first base? Leah Cran. And certainly worth a look and a challenge from Jennifer McFalls. That's close. Looks like her foot is still in the bag though when that ball is released, is it not?
Yeah, so you cannot leave the bag until the pitcher has released the ball. That great angle we just saw there, it does look like her foot is on first base as she releases.
Pretty quick review here. So certainly worth a challenge for Kansas, but to no avail as Baylor now has an 8-7 lead and a runner at second with 2 down. Olivia Bittner steps in looking for her first hit. Faith Piper at second base. Fouled away. Able to check her swing. 1-1. Tie again, 2-1. Fouled away. Even at 2-2 with 2 down. We'll try it again. Baylor with 2 big runs here in the top of the 7th. Brooklyn Carter really created one after a single. And then Faith Piper with a 2-out double to give Baylor the lead. 3-2. Kagan Marshall on deck. Kripe plays it on a hop over to first, and the Bears are retired, but 2 big runs to take the lead. It's 8-7 Baylor as the Jayhawks come up to bat in the bottom of the 7th.
For the Jayhawks, the left fielder, number 5.
Kansas needs a run. Jayhawks down 8-7 here as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Caden Stafford will lead things off for the Jayhawks. She homered in the 5th. Looks at a strike. Looks at one inside, 1-1. Stafford now with 7 home runs on the year. Strike called. 1-2. Swinging away. In the air, Tovin grabs it. There's one away.
The right fielder, Ainsley Linduff.
One down, one on for Ainsley Linduff. She reached on an error in the second. Scored a run. And that 3-run second for the Jayhawks. Infield still in. 1-0.
Ainsley Linduff does lead this team in doubles and has some pop. We'll see if she can make something happen here.
Outside 2-0. Fouled away, 2-1. Kansas averaging 1.79 home runs a game. That's second best in the Big 12, number 10 nationally. They have one already in this game. They need the .79. 2-1 pitch into center field. Carter comes in to make the play. I think she took a step back to start and maybe got fooled by the wind just a bit. And it's 2 on now for Kansas with 1 down.
And if you're Kansas, you're going to take any hit that you can get. Maybe not a ton of pop, but as you can see, lands there in shallow left center. And they have 2 on, and they're going to be at the top of their lineup.
Bailey Weber is now going to run at first base.
Your attention, please. Pinch runner at first base for Kansas. Number 13, Bailey Weber.
And Gambry Krager will see the top of the Kansas lineup now with 1 down. Presley Limbaugh steps in.
Now batting, Presley Limbaugh.
Limbaugh's been on base twice, had a base hit in that 5th inning. Limbaugh slaps it down the left field line, but foul. Well, you can see Brooklyn Carter is way over into left center field as they pitch to Limbaugh. Outside 1-1. Brooklyn Carter will be on the other side of the Jayhawk when she takes her position. There you go. One pitch with 1 down, 2 on. Swing and a miss.
If I'm a hitter in Presley Limbaugh, that's going to tell me one of 2 things. One, that they're only going to throw me outside with that defense shifted, even though Samaya Jones in right field is still playing straight up. You'll probably suspect that you are going to continue to get the outside pitch.
Now Samaya Jones moves over a bit more to right center field, but there were loads of room from center field to right field. 1-2 pitch. Looks at a ball, 2-2.
As you can see, the infield is in as well for Baylor, trying to save that run where they can. And Presley Limbaugh, she's just trying to make solid contact to push something through the infield.
Tried to hold back. Strike 3. Third strikeout for Krager.
This is a really good pitch in Cambridge Krager, and no one suspects that you're going to come inside there, especially with the defense shifted, and they just freeze Presley Limbaugh. Huge, huge strikeout for the Baylor pitcher.
Well, does it get any bigger than this for the freshman of the year? Ella Boyer steps in now with 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the 7th. She's been walked 3 times. Singled in the 4th. Has scored 2 runs. Cambry Krager looks in. 2 on, 2 down. Jayhawks down 1. Strike 1. Down and away, 1-1. Two and 1 as that pitch is away. Down low to Boyer. He's ahead in the count now, 3-1. Somebody told me once this was their favorite count.
It's definitely a hitter's count for sure.
3-1 pitch with 2 down, 2 on. And Boyer draws a walk again, the 4th time today. So it's bases loaded for Haley Kripe. And we've seen Haley Kripe come through before with a walk to Ella Boyer. Kripe with a pair of singles. Bases loaded for her, 2 down. Looks at strike 1. Outside to Kripe, 1-1. Just outside, 2-1. Good look at that Baylor defense. Trying to hang on to this 8-7 lead. Kripe hits it deep to left. Going back is Pogue at the warning track and makes the catch. Baylor closes out an 8-7 win.
The final score, Baylor 8, Kansas 7.
The Jayhawks leave them loaded here in the 7th. And Baylor with another come-from-behind win with 2 runs in the 7th. Take game 1 of this doubleheader, 8-7.
Yeah, it was a really not the prettiest game that we've seen, right? But both of these teams continue to claw back and forth, and Baylor comes out with a win and something they've needed today.
7 errors combined for these two teams as Baylor wins at 8-7. Big thank you to our Rock Chalk Video crew led by our producer-director Curtis Lorenz. Thank you as well to Matt Roberts from Baylor, Lily Witkowski, Chris Tyson from Kansas. Thank you very much for your help. Casey Williams, I'm Lee Fleisig saying so long from Lawrence, where Baylor wins at 8-7 in game 1 of a better. We'll be back on the air here in about 25 minutes with game 2. All games airing on the ESPN Network, streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Baylor, a winner in game 1. Stay tuned. Game 2 coming your way in just a bit.